The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Happiness lies in the joy of achievement and the thrill of creative effort. The only thing worth doing is what we do for others. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. There are many ways of going forward, but only one way of standing still. When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot in it and hang on. A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. In politics, nothing happens by accident. If it happens, you can bet it was planned that way. We may not be able to prepare the future for our children, but we can at least prepare our children for the future. Men are not prisoners of fate, but only prisoners of their own minds. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Take a method and try it. If it fails, admit it frankly and try another. But above all, try something. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the assessment that something else is more important than fear. Be sincere, be brief, be seated. The test of our progress is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much. It is whether we provide enough for those who have too little. It is common sense to take a method and try it. If it fails, admit it frankly and try another. A nation that destroys its soils destroys itself. The only sure bulwark of continuing liberty is a government strong enough to protect the interests of the people. Self-interest is the enemy of all true affection. Repetition does not transform a lie into a truth. Democracy cannot succeed unless those who express their choice are prepared to choose wisely. Human kindness has never weakened the stamina or softened the fiber of a free people. If civilization is to survive, we must cultivate the science of human relationships. The truth is found when men are free to pursue it. The nation that destroys its soil destroys itself. True individual freedom cannot exist without economic security and independence. To reach a port, we must sail. Sail, not tie at anchor. Sail, not drift. Peace, like charity, begins at home. There is nothing I love as much as a good fight. No government can help the destinies of people who insist in putting sectional and class consciousness ahead of general weal. The virtues are lost in self-interest as rivers are lost in the sea. Freedom means the supremacy of human rights everywhere. Better the occasional faults of a government that lives in a spirit of charity than the consistent omissions of a government frozen in the ice of its own indifference. No man can tame a tiger into a kitten by stroking it. A radical is a man with both feet firmly planted in the air. If you treat people right, they will treat you right, 90% of the time. The saving grace of America lies in the fact that the overwhelming majority of Americans are possessed of two great qualities: a sense of humor and a sense of proportion. In the truest sense, freedom cannot be bestowed, it must be achieved. A conservative is a man with two perfectly good legs who, however, has never learned how to walk forward. The strength of this nation shall not be destroyed by reckless talk and name-calling. We must scrupulously guard the civil rights of all citizens, whatever their background. Governments can err. Presidents do make mistakes. But the immortal Dante tells us that divine justice weighs the sins of the cold-blooded and the sins of the warm-hearted in different scales. We are trying to construct a more inclusive society. To achieve greatness, start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. You cannot build up a character in ease and quiet. Confidence thrives on honesty, on honor, on the sacredness of obligations, on faithful protection, and on unselfish performance. The only thing worse than a government that tries and fails is a government that fails to try.